Hey Eurovision fans, it's Tom coming to you from Dublin. I'm back for another Eurovision analysis video. The odds for the semi-final qualifiers have been released. We're going to look and see who's in and who's out. We're also going to see if there's any changes in the winning odds as well. So let's kiki. As always, there are timestamps in the progress bar. Don't forget to subscribe. I've got lots of more analysis videos coming up in the next month in the lead up to the competition in May. So the odds for the semi-final qualifiers were released yesterday. I decided to leave it a day because always when the odds are released, there's this mad grab to get all these delicious deals on songs which have been poorly placed. So now things have settled a little bit, we can have a look and see what are the bookies saying currently now. Obviously this is pre-rehearsal, we don't know what staging is going to look like, we don't really know how a lot of them perform live, so there's lots of things left to come, so these are very, very early predictions, but it just gives us like a little fun, cute idea of what's happening right now. So let's have a look at semi-final number 1 first, and we'll go through all the obvious ones. So Garia and Loreen at super low odds, don't bother betting against them. Norway also pretty safe. Fourth in the odds with pretty low numbers right now is Israel. I think people are expecting a really big stage show with this. She's a very established act as well, so we know that her performance is going to be good. So this is quite a reliable bet because I don't think either her or her record company or Israel want this to fail. It doesn't look good. I don't think Eurovision wants it to fail either. They don't want countries sending their best acts and it not working. So there's a lot of people who are going to make sure that this works. So that's a safe bet. Czechia in 5th right now. That gives me a little bit of hope. I still think this is a really great song. I know the national final performance, I said in my semi-final 1 prediction video, was a little bit dodgy. That was ages ago. They've had loads of times. This should be a conversion. Serbia in 6th, that makes me a little bit less anxious. 6th place is pretty good. Serbia's got that great record. They've never been outside the top 11. They've only non-qualified 3 times, twice in 11th, once because of that golden jury rule. He's got funding now. Someone told me in the comments that Pesman was a Eurovision, he had to fund the performance himself, whereas now he's got the public funding so they can elevate this even more. Moldova currently in 7th. So keeping in mind that my predictions for semi-final number 1 and your predictions for semi-final number 1 were the same, so far those first 7 match our predictions. The first one that doesn't match is Switzerland. They're currently in 8th with a qualifying chance of 76%. This staging is going to be done by Sacha Jean-Baptiste, who's got a pretty good record. I think the song is good enough that it could qualify. I think there's just a little bit of how they do in their staging and what happens around them. So yeah, these middle ones are kind of the best ones to bet on. Obviously the ones near the top, you're not going to make that much money back on it. The real money to be made is down the bottom on predicting an unexpected one. Okay, in 9th we have Netherlands, Burning Daylight. That's at 71% currently. Yeah, that's where I expect it to be, kind of on the borderline, unless they can have some sort of really amazing elevation. I've been listening to the song recently. I love the first 2 verses. The ending for me is, it doesn't massively work. I still think if they elevate the staging, this can get through. Okay, in 10th currently is Croatia. Now, someone did post a comment, this is unverified, but they said that they know someone who knows someone and that the EBU has given them a green light for rockets and bare butt cheeks. Now, obviously take it with a pinch of salt. If that's true, also, I've heard people saying that they're going to bring a tractor onto the stage, some sort of a small tractor. If they bring a tractor on and they've got their bare butt cheeks and they've got the rocket and all the costumes, this is definitely qualifying. So Croatia currently 4-7. Okay, it's not really that good odds, but if you're willing to place a large amount, I would imagine now once we see the rehearsals, they'll probably move up if those rumors are true. Okay, in 11th place we currently have Portugal with 56% chance. I'm feeling a little bit more optimistic about that than Portugal. I actually starting to think now that they might open the show. I think this would be a really good opener because it is like a show song. What better way to open a show than with a show song? I'm not sure why people are overlooking it as a potential opener, and it's in a foreign language. It looks like a really great Eurovision ambassador, I think. Like positivity and energy and fun and foreign language. It's kind of got everything that you kind of want in an opener. Okay, in 12th we got Malta with the busker, currently 42%. So now we're getting into the region where if you bet money, you actually can make a pretty good amount of profit at 2.75. So that, in case you know what the decimals mean, that means if you bet €1, you'll get €2.75 back. So you get your euro plus an extra 1.75. Azerbaijan sitting at 30%. That's a pretty risky bet. I think you would kind of be betting on them, having them like some big wow staging, or maybe being given a pretty good running order. They are in the second half, so that is possible. Latvia in 14th. I think this is a potential bargain. Currently at 3-1. So if you bet €10, you get €40 back. I don't think that's too bad. I don't know if I'm just trying to be optimistic. I'm slowly becoming obsessed with the concept of Latvia qualifying. It's consuming me, even though it's not really one of my favorite songs. I just want them to break that streak, and they've got such an underdog story. But then in the first half, they might be drawn second. Okay, and then last place with a 90% qualification chance is Ireland. Apparently they're bringing something big for the staging, but then that big revamp was kind of small. So let's wait and see. They are definitely not wearing the silver mask. They already confirmed that that's not happening. But yeah, they're currently last in the odds. No real surprises for me. I actually would have thought Croatia would be a little bit higher. I think maybe people are waiting to actually get confirmation on what are they allowed on stage first, and then I think Croatia will move quite safe. Interesting to see both Switzerland and Netherlands currently in the qualification area. I think Portugal is going to qualify, so I think they're going to possibly push one of those out eventually. But overall, semi-final 1 odds currently matching our predictions, only off by Switzerland being in and Portugal being out. That's the only disagreement. Okay, let's look at semi-final number 2. So again, let's go through all the ones who are kind of pretty safe. So Armenia is very safe, 86%, Austria, Georgia, the 3 ladies who arrived late to the party wearing the most beautiful outfits. In 4th, we have Australia, so it's really nice to see them so high up. I did make a small error on my semi-final 2 video where I said UK aren't in it, they are in it, so that's extra help for Australia as well. Again, in 5th, Cyprus, I put them through as a definite. I'm very confident on this. I think that Cyprus are going to get back to their qualification streak that they had before Ella. Slovenia in 6th, 69%. Now things are getting really, really close here, so the odds definitely mirroring the fact that everyone thinks the semi-final is much more open. Estonia in 7th. Also, I also had Lithuania in. They're in 8th. Now, this is the first different one. Greece in 9th, currently at 63%. Not much of a lead over 10th and 11th place. Saw a lot of people commenting on my semi-final 2 video about how he's going to get points from Cyprus. Also, people mentioning about how the San Marino televote is going to be calculated partly by Cyprus, which means extra more points to them again. And then also connections with Armenia and Georgia, and I also think Denmark. I think his dad is from there as well, so he's got lots and lots of connections. And then in 10th, we've got Belgium. Gustav just scraping through with 62%. That's another one I had out. So I had Greece and Belgium out. Definitely think that they could be in my in section though, once I see the rehearsals. In 11th, we have Denmark and Poland, who are the 2 that I would have swapped. They're in 11th and 12th. Albania in 13th, 185. That could actually be a pretty good bet. Sasha Jean-Baptiste is very good at editing, and that's what this song needs. So if she can edit this down, I think that actually currently that 1.85 is a pretty good deal for Albania. But I have to admit, I'm not sure how definite it is that she's doing it. I've heard lots of things, but I don't know if I've seen like an official source yet. Okay, in 14th is Iceland. This is one of the songs that I also had out. So one of the bookmakers, she's very low down. The other one, she's in 11th. So maybe there's still a little bit of voting left to come. Yeah, I still need more convincing about that one. San Marino in 15th, I agree with that. And last is Romania. I still think Romania is going to bring a big show. I think their odds are going to go up once the show is released. This could be a potential surprise qualifier. Yeah, no massive surprises there in those odds. I will save all those numbers and I will let you know if there's any changes. Let's have a quick look at the main odds now and see are there any changes to that. My last odds video was on March 7th, which was 2 weeks ago. I saved all the numbers then. I've put them in again now, and I've seen any changes in ranking. We still have Sweden in first place, Finland in second, and Ukraine in third, so no change in the top 3 from then. They did kind of move around a little bit. Finland and Ukraine did swap, but then they moved back to their original spots. Norway's moved up 1 spot from 5th to 4th. Israel also moving up from 7th to 5th, and that's because the UK's dropped a little bit. They were in 4th last time I had a video, now they're down to 7th, but still UK top 10. I don't think that this can win, but I still think that the UK could potentially have a great result. They have got their draw number, which was 26, which is not good. I think it sounds great, but you're like, oh, you're really late in the running order. I think it's too late. Czechia also moving down a little bit from 6th to 8th. I'm not really sure what that is. Could just be because Spain are moving up. They've gone from 8th to 6th. Could be possibly because there's been an announcement that Spain are allocating a lot of money to their performance. I think this could be Spain's new niche, that they have a really cool performance in their national final and then they like elevate it into like international superstar stadium level performance. That could be their thing. Not so much that their niche was a genre of music, but more this incredible performance that's like very elevated. Austria's the biggest grower this week. You'll see they've moved up 6 places from 15th up to 9th. I think they did go as high as 7th at one point, but yeah, now settling in 9th place. That was the biggest grower. France still holding on the top 10. Italy are 11th. We're still waiting for Marco Mangoni's revamp. Apparently he's shortening the song, but I have also heard a couple of rumors that he's revamping it as well. No other massive changes. Georgia were top 10, but they've moved down to 12th now. In the kind of lower down rankings, no big movers. Azerbaijan moved down 3 spots from 20th to 23rd. Their song wasn't massively received. Greece moving up a little bit. They've moved up 2 spots. But yeah, no other big changes right now. I think the next big changes are going to come when we see the pre-parties. We're going to see some live performances, maybe a couple of cheeky clues about what staging could be. Performance 1 is going to be big. We saw last year with Austria how she wasn't able to sing the song, unfortunately, and her odds really dropped, and she ended up not qualifying. So that's going to be our next big thing, but I'm going to keep checking in the odds. If there's enough big changes in the semis or the winning odds, I will do another video. Okay, that's what I thought about the semi-final odds for who will qualify and the updated odds for who's going to win. Please leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and thanks so much for watching. And see you in another reaction video very soon. Goodbye.